Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in for yet another video. I hope the previous videos were informative and encouraging. Today's video is one about the reasons why I did not want to disclose my HIV status to the public. This is specifically referring to when the Lord told me that I would have to dis- I would have to start a YouTube channel and disclose my status to the public. And that for me was something that I never saw myself doing. And so yeah, some of these pointers that I've written um coming from a journal entry that I made when I was trying to change the Lord's mind about it, and I was telling him the reasons why I couldn't do it. So, number one is stubbornness. Well, this is a new one that I just wrote now. I know that I'm stubborn. I did not I do not like being told what to do. And so most of the time, the disconnect between me and the Lord is Him telling me to do things and me wanting to understand why and how it's going to happen. And, I need step by step explanation. So, yeah, that's number one. And number two, I said shame, and I paired it with the fear of what people might say. And those two are not the same, but I had shame about this for a long time, and I saw it as something that was shameful. That's why I couldn't tell my family, that's why I couldn't tell my friends. And I thought a lot about what people would say. That's pretty much the whole reason I couldn't disclose my status. I thought a lot about what people would say. And I remember at some point the Lord telling me that I've made people's opinions my idol. And of course, I didn't want to hear that. I I thought, everyone has to care to some extent what people say, and of course we all do. But then people do not, um, they do not get stuck thinking about what others would say. And that's exactly where I was. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't tell people when I needed help because I was scared of what they would say. Number three is the fear of public attacks. And this one already happened. In a previous video, I shared how I got into a taxi with somebody who did not know my status but acted in a way that was animalistic, if I would say. And I guess this fear is something that I brought on myself because sometimes when you think about something a lot, it actually happens. So I had that fear, and when it had happened, somehow along the way, when I processed it with the Lord, it helped me to release that fear of being attacked by people. But I still had fear that, you know what if I go out there and start a YouTube channel, and then when I get there, people online, trolls online, they're bored in their rooms, and they're bored at home, bored with their lives or whatever. They then see an opportunity to just bully me online and all those things. But I guess that's something that I had to just come to terms with, because I can't control how people react. And another thing that caused this fear is I used to be on Facebook, and I would see people who lived openly HIV, and they were not treated right. And I was one of the people who was there just fighting internet trolls, and in passing, I was not even following those people. I was just passing. And now come to think of it, I I passed through a lot of those, and I would fight online with people who said hateful things to those people. So that kind of that kind of shaped how I viewed how people would react me sharing my status. And another one, number 4, is the fear of being in the public eye. Yeah, this one is just me and my introverted heart. I did not want to be in the public eye. I enjoyed my privacy. I enjoyed not being known. I enjoyed not having to share my personal information with other people, and not being vulnerable with strangers. It's just weird for me. And number 5 is trust issues. Yeah, this one is I think I have trust issues towards people and towards God. To this day, I still do. I'm unable to trust God for the most part, and a lot of times I have to just talk myself through a lot of things that God says to me in order for me to trust. Even with people around me, I have to just investigate and just try to find out if something is legit. I don't just take something at face value. I don't know if it's the situation that I've been through, or I don't know, but I have a hard time trusting. Um, Number 6 is fear of doing it and then God not healing me. I I had asked God to heal me during this time, and so one of the things that I spoke to God about was that, what if you don't heal me after me doing this? I mean, do you want me to become an an activist or something like that? I don't want to just be out there speaking about this. I want to be healed of this, you know. And so I felt like God was dismissing my request for Him to heal me when He told me to do this. Yeah. And number 7 is fear of my vulnerability being used against me. Yeah, this one is just a lot of times what I think most introverts do. We keep things to ourselves, and then we are afraid of sharing things with other people because we do not want our vulnerability to be used against us. Because today you might tell somebody that I am this and that and that, and tomorrow when you guys are in an argument, that person says, that's why you are this and that and that, you see. So I was afraid of that. Number 8, the fear of being felt sorry for. Yeah, this is one of the things that I didn't want for people to treat me differently and treat me as I don't know how to explain it, but you know how people with disability do not want to be treated like like they're weak. You know, this does not make me any less of a person. I mean, should you not like me being HIV positive, then it's okay. You don't have to be my friend, but you don't have to treat me otherwise, you know. So that's one of the things that I feared. Number 9, fear of how my story would be received due to its unique nature. Yeah, this one I spoke to the Lord about. I was like, Lord, the first time I watched this video from this other South African YouTuber who's also shared her status publicly, and the Lord spoke to me in that moment that this is what you're going to have to do. I was like, what? No ways. And in that moment, I even stopped watching her video because I was not having it. I was like, I don't even want anything to do with this. I don't want anything to do with this. And I later watched her video, and her story was different to mine. And so I told the Lord, I was like, this person is different from me because this person did not put themselves in that position. She was a victim of somebody else's negligence. So I am not a victim. I don't feel like a victim. I don't see myself as a victim. I think I very much well played a part in this as much as the other person did. And so me going to YouTube and being like, I put myself in this situation. How do you think that's going to be received, Lord? And I think that's why the Lord loved my story in the first place, because it was different. I did not have to be like those other people that I saw out there, because I feel like most people that share the status are victims of, their parents not telling them, their partners not telling them, and all those things. And here I am with my story, and me saying, yeah, I was the dummy in the situation. So, yeah. Number 10 is the fear of, yeah, number 10 is the fear of wearing this diagnosis as a label. Yeah, I really went in on the Lord. I was like, I cannot be labeled as an HIV activist, or I don't know what they call them. I don't feel like any of those things. I'm just someone who went through it. And I don't know if going through it grants me a label that I would wear for the rest of my life. I do not want to wear that label for the rest of my life. I just want to be me. I just want to be normal. I just want to, live a normal life. And yeah, maybe one day I'll dissect if any of those fears were valid, or they were just irrational as the other fears I've had before. But yeah, thank you for watching until the end, and I hope you share, like, subscribe, and comment. Turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every time I post. And don't forget to share with those who might need the information. And until next time, bye.